Have you ever woken up feeling like you're wearing a stiff suit that's 2 sizes too small? You reach for your toes and your hamstrings feel like rusted bridge cables. You try to turn your head to check your blind spot while driving, and your neck feels like it's being held together by dry, crunchy parchment paper. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. Your first instinct is to stretch. But no matter how much you static stretch, that deep, internal stiffness never actually goes away. Your stiffness isn't a muscle problem. You are dealing with a dry sponge problem. You are trying to stretch a dehydrated web of connective tissue, and let me be very clear, you cannot stretch a dry sponge without ripping it. Today, we are diving into the hidden architecture of human movement. We're talking about the fascial web. We're going to uncover why your stretch and hold routine is failing you, how chronic sitting is literally gluing your muscles together, and exactly how you can use specific movements to vacuum seal hydration back into your joints. Please hit the like button and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. To understand why you feel so stiff, we have to look at the fascial web, the most overlooked organ in the human body. Fascia is a continuous, three-dimensional web of connective tissue that holds you together. It's not just a wrapper for your muscles, it is a sophisticated, liquid crystalline matrix composed primarily of 2 things: collagen fibers and water. In fact, healthy fascia is roughly 70% water. In a healthy, hydrated state, your fascia is like a wet sponge. It's slippery, it's bouncy, and it allows your muscles to glide past one another with zero friction. It's what gives an elite athlete that fluid look. But fascia is also highly thixotropic, which is a fancy way of saying it changes its state based on movement. When it's moved, it stays liquid. When it's still, it turns into a thick, dehydrated glue. This brings us to the great stretching myth. Why does standing still and pulling on your hamstrings fail to hydrate your fascia? When you perform a static stretch, holding a position for a long time, you're putting tension on the fibers, but you aren't actually hydrating the tissue. Research presented at the International Fascia Research Congress has shown that while static stretching can temporarily lengthen tissue, it doesn't solve the underlying dehydration. If the fascia is already dry and glued together, long, intense static stretch can actually cause microscopic tearing in the collagen. Think back to that dry sponge. If you pull both ends of a dry sponge, the fibers break. But if you submerge that sponge in water and squeeze it repeatedly, it becomes soft, pliable, and indestructible. To hydrate your fascia, you don't need tension, you need hydraulic flow. You need to squeeze the old, stagnant fluid out so that fresh, nutrient-rich water can rush back in. This is why bouncing or dynamic movement is the ultimate fascial hydration hack. When you engage in rhythmic, bouncy, or ballistic movements, you are utilizing the squeeze and release mechanism of the fascial web. As you bounce, the weight of your body momentarily compresses the fascial layers, squeezing the metabolic waste and stagnant fluid out of the tissue. When you release that pressure, the rebound phase, it creates a powerful vacuum effect. This vacuum sucks fresh, systemic water and specialized lubricants directly into the fascial matrix. This is how you juice your joints. This is why 5 minutes of light, bouncy movement will make you feel more flexible than 30 minutes of static stretching ever will. You are literally pumping life back into the sponge. But if you spend your day in a chair, you are doing the exact opposite. You are gluing your body together. When you sit for 8 hours a day, the fascial layers in your hips, lower back, and hamstrings are under constant, stagnant pressure. Because there is no movement to pump the fluid, the water is slowly pressed out of the tissue. Without water, the collagen fibers begin to cross-link. They develop what experts call fuzz or adhesions. The layers that should be sliding past each other like silk on silk now stick together like Velcro. This is why, after a long flight or a long day at the office, you feel locked. Your fascia has physically dehydrated and bonded to itself. You aren't just stiff, you are literally glued. To break this glue, your body relies on a very specific biological lubricant, hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid isn't just a trendy ingredient in skincare serums. It is the primary lubricant produced by specialized cells in your fascia called fasciocytes. Landmark studies in 2011 by Dr. Carla Stecco revealed that when your fascia is hydrated and moving, these cells pump out this slippery, gooey substance. Hyaluronic acid can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water. It acts as the grease for your internal machinery. But here is the catch: hyaluronic acid is highly sensitive to pH and temperature. If you are sedentary and cold, the hyaluronic acid becomes thick and sticky, like cold molasses. When you move dynamically and warm up, the lubricant becomes thin and slippery, like high-grade motor oil. This is why warming up is a literal, biological necessity. You are melting the glue back into a lubricant. But we have to clear up a massive misunderstanding about hydration. You can drink 3 gallons of water a day and still have bone-dry fascia. There is a huge difference between systemic hydration and local hydration. Systemic hydration is what happens when you drink water. It enters your blood, filters through your kidneys, and manages your overall fluid balance. But drinking water is just delivering the mail to the post office. If there is no delivery driver to take that water from your blood and push it into the dense, thick web of your fascia, the tissue stays dry. Movement is the delivery driver. Without the squeeze and release of muscle contraction and fascial stretching, the water you drink stays in your vessels and eventually gets peed out. This is why people who drink the most water are often still the stiffest. They are missing the local hydration of movement. This also explains why deep tissue massage or foam rolling can feel so intensely life-changing for your mobility. When a skilled therapist or a foam roller applies deep, slow pressure to a knot, they are performing what is called metabolic flushing. That knot is a pocket of stagnant, trapped water and metabolic waste products like lactic acid and inflammatory cytokines that have been stuck in the dehydrated fascial web for months. The deep pressure physically forces that old, toxic water out of the tissue and into the lymphatic system to be cleared. As soon as the pressure is released, a fresh wave of clean, systemic water rushes back into that space. This is why you often feel a sense of lightness and immediate freedom after a massage. You haven't just relaxed the muscle, you have physically performed an oil change on your fascial fluid. Here is the doctor's verdict: juice your body up. I want you to stop thinking of your stiffness as a sign that you're old or unfit. It is simply a signal from your body's living matrix that it is thirsty. Your fascia is a magnificent, intelligent web that wants to be fluid, springy, and resilient. Don't just pull on your body, juice it. Stop the long, static holds and start embracing the bounce. Get up from your chair every hour, squeeze the sponge, and move your body in 3 dimensions. When you treat your fascia as a living, liquid crystalline system rather than a set of rigid cables, you will unlock a level of effortless, pain-free movement you haven't felt since you were a child. I want to hear from you in the comments below. What is one way you're going to juice the sponge today? Are you going to try some bouncy movement or a contrast shower? Let's hydrate our bodies and reclaim our fluidity, together. Until next time, stay curious, stay hydrated, and take care of your fascial web. Watch this video suggestion, it was especially picked for you. Please share, comment, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you, it helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos and keep growing.